Ivan, tell us what your role is in the race today.
So I'm the Chief Marshal for today, so I suppose my principal thing is to help out the race director, but also kind of handling safety issues and looking after the marshals, making sure they're all where they're supposed to be. So our structure, I suppose, is we have the marshals, and we have area coordinators over run, cycle, swim, finish, various kind of interesting locations, and then we all work together, but that's how I coordinate.
And the race has been running for over a decade now. Tell us a little bit about the history of the race.
It started back in 2002 with about 40 or 50 people, hardy people. This is kind of right at the start of transition, when it started triathlon in Ireland. Started by John O'Shaughnessy. So he lives in Kelleher a bit, but from Cork. So that was where the relationship came from.
And this year, the numbers are obviously growing and growing.
It's the biggest entry we've had this year, so 400 entries. I think 330 started on the day. So it's the biggest we've had. So for the last couple of years, we've been in the Riversdale Hotel, which has become a bit run down, so we moved it onto the pier. And also the last 2 years, we were finishing in the town, which creates a fantastic atmosphere. It's much better than finishing where we were before. A few logistical challenges, but it's worth it, definitely worth it.
And it's considered one of the toughest races in the country. Tell us a little bit about the course.
So the swim starts off with a nice start in Kenmare Bay. It's like you should have seen it this morning. I'm not too sure if you have video from this morning, but it was a lovely clear day, lovely flat water, perfect conditions. Then you've got an 80+ kilometre cycle over 2 Category 1 climbs. The first one is over a small hill to the Lorach. Then you drop down into Lorach Village, up over the Healy Pass, along to Glengarf, over the Caha Pass, and back here again. 2 decent long climbs, maybe 6-7 kilometres each in length. It's a tough course. Anyone who's raced this course will tell you that, compared to other half-iron distance courses around the place, this is not flat. It's tough. It'll definitely take some stuffing out of you. We had then the run. The run is much more interesting since we've had the finish here in Kenmare town, because at 16 kilometres you've got a 1 kilometre kick. So it's quite nasty. I don't know if you saw Chris Minturn come in earlier on. I think he came 5th, but he was destroyed. He was absolutely wrecked, which is great. It's great having a tough race. Personally, I'm not into PBs and things like that. I think I want to go out and have a tough race, great conditions, lovely scenery, and that's what the Lost Sheep is about.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
Thank you.